What's up, guys? So I want to talk about the people that we usually are attracted to and people that we kind of have prejudgments about that we kind of like. And it's so normal as human beings to have this. I have this. For me, in particular, I like people who look similar to me. It's natural. I'm attracted to people who might be into similar things as I am. So, for example, meditation, spirituality, physical fitness. When I see someone that I can see from the clothes that they wear, it automatically happens in my brain. I'm like, oh, they must be like me. They must be nice. And I have no judgments against that. But I want to expand beyond that. I already know what that person is probably going to be like. I think the most we can learn from is by talking to the people that we're afraid of. I think we can learn the most by talking to the people who are our polar opposite. People who we would have no chance in the world to talk to. Someone who is just not like us at all. Maybe someone even you're afraid of. Like, I know damn well when I go into a public place, I look around and I see the people who I feel welcomed with. I know the people who I can maybe already have a conversation with just by the subject we both might be interested in. But there's also that person who's sitting there and I don't know how to relate to them one bit. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get the conversation started. I don't even know what they like. They're completely different from me. But that's where you start to grow as a human being, when you love all people around, no matter what they are. If they're like you or if they're not, you accept every single human being in this world. That's where you start to create a connection. You start to let go of these past fears that you've had of other people and the way that they might be like. Learning from someone else who isn't like you at all will start to expand your consciousness. It will start to expand your perspective on things. It will take you into a world where you have no idea where you would have gone if you did, talking to someone you knew where it was going to go. I think it's more challenging and a lot more rewarding when you go out of the way to open up, to let someone in who isn't like you at all, who's completely different from you. And you have the patience and you have the respect to understand where they're coming from and to understand where you're coming from. What your beliefs are, the way that you live your life, and to look at how they do and accept it. Look at how the other person that you might be completely different from does the way they do, does things the way they do. Look at that. It's probably going to bother you. There's probably something about it that's going to be different for you, and you're going to have trouble adapting to it. That's where growth happens. Having trouble with something. You might not like it at first, but if you take the time and you have the patience to just let them speak, have an ear open and see where they're coming from, you will make an impact on someone else's life and you will make an impact on yours. In some religious beliefs, I believe this is the love thy neighbor rule, the golden rule, to connect with others and let go of our identities, our sexuality, how we identify ourselves sexually, how we dress, the things we do with ourselves. We put that down just for a minute. Just for a second. and intertwine as beings and connect. You'll feel so alive. You will feel so appreciative of the things that you have. You will gain perspective of the things you have been blessed with in your life. Go talk to someone who doesn't have as much as you. Go be there for someone who isn't in the position that you're in. And you'll start to look at your own worries and your own troubles and realize that they're not that bad. They're not as big as you made them seem to be. A lot of people might not want this. A lot of people would rather just sit in their unpleasantness. They would rather look at their own problems and think it's the worst thing in the world and not listen to someone else. That's the easy thing to do. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of fucking strength to be able to listen to someone else and realize, you know what? My life ain't that bad. That's way harder to do than to not attempt at all to talk to anyone else new and just sit with your own problems and be pissed. That's easier. That's why we all do it. Up to you though. You want to do what's easy or you want to do what'll make you happy. It's your choice. This is all I've learned from my experiences. Thank you.